Hey guys, welcome to Jaxbeautifulyou. In today's video, we are going to be talking about long-lasting perfumes, or some people call them beast mode perfumes, heavy hitter perfumes, whatever you want to call it. I'm talking about really good performing perfumes that last all day and have an amazing projection and sillage. I love perfumes that perform that way. That's my favorite type of perfume. I do appreciate a moderate sillage as well, but I definitely want my perfumes to perform well. I want people to smell me and I want to be able to get wafts of the scent throughout the day. I just find that to be incredibly enjoyable, and I really love just getting that scent and having that beautiful scent bubble around me all day long. So these are the perfumes that are in my collection that are the longest lasting on me. I kind of want to give a disclaimer here because we're all different. We have different skin chemistries, and I feel like some perfumes perform better on others. So these are just my long-lasting perfumes in my collection that I have noticed perform really well on me and my skin chemistry. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie. I do beauty, special effects, and perfume videos on this channel. If you are into that kind of thing, then please subscribe. To my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And if you are interested in seeing the top performing perfumes in my collection, then just keep on watching. Alright, in no particular order, I actually have three perfumes that I'm going to lump together and talk about. So real quick, I'll just mention these two. I don't have full bottles of them, I just have decants of them. But I have MONTALE's Intense Café, and then I also have MANCERA Roses Vanille. To me, these two perfumes smell really similar to each other. So similar that I didn't feel like I would need both of them. The only real difference between these two, I think that the Roses Vanille has a lemon note in the opening, and then the MONTALE Intense Café has a coffee note in the opening. And you can really smell that in the beginning, the opening of the perfumes. You get more of like a tangy, sweeter kind of vibe with Roses Vanille, whereas you get kind of a richer, coffeeier note in the opening of Intense Café. However, once the opening is gone, the middle to dry down, I feel like these become identical, at least on me. I've compared them side by side and I really couldn't tell a difference between the two after the initial opening. So I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm buying both of these. At the time, I thought that I was going to buy a full bottle of Intense Café because I did slightly prefer this one over Roses Vanille. But these two have amazing performance. I mean, MONTALE and MANCERA, I think they're sister companies. They have a reputation for being very long-lasting, good performing perfumes, and these are no exceptions. Now, I'm not going to go over all the notes in all of these perfumes. I will put them up on the screen so you can see the notes, but when I start getting into notes, I realize that my videos are really, really long and I'm like talking about perfumes forever and ever and ever, which is fine with me because I could literally talk about perfumes all day long and I would never get tired of it. But I'm guessing you guys have other things to do today than just watch me talk about perfumes. So I'm going to go ahead and just leave the notes up on the screen for you, okay? I do really love both of these fragrances, and it's like that sweet, jammy rose type of scent with some vanilla, some warmth. It's just a very beautiful, rosy, vanilla, jammy rose kind of scent that I really, really enjoy quite a bit. And like I said, I think MANCERA is just a little bit sweeter. Intense Café is just a little bit richer. I stopped wearing these and decided not to get a full bottle of either because I found a dupe that I actually prefer over both of those. And this is by Zara. This is Rose Gourmand, and this is all I need. To me, this smells identical to Intense Café. I've heard some people say that they think it smells more identical to Roses Vanille, which is honestly, all three of them are so similar, and really in the dry down, I can't tell the difference between any of them. So to me, it's kind of like potato at this point. I love this, and I've always found there to be something a little bit sharp in the opening of both Roses Vanille and Intense Café. It's very, very quick. It's just like that initial blast when you first spray it. There's something in that initial blast in both of those perfumes that felt a little like sharp to my nose, but it goes away very, very quickly. But I noticed that with Rose Gourmand, that's not in here. There's nothing sharp. Oh gosh, I love this so much. I feel like this is the best version out of the three. I really do. This one's smoother. There's nothing sharp. It's just beautiful. And this is the one I want out of the three. I can't believe it because this is like less than $30. This is the most affordable perfume ever. Look how much you get. It's an 80 ml bottle for less than 30 bucks, and it beats both Intense Cafe and Roses Vanille for me. And this will save you a lot of money if you're looking at either Roses Vanille or Intense Cafe. And this is just as good of a performer as the other two. This lasts all day. It's beast mode. Amazing sillage. I highly recommend this. I think it's fantastic. The next one that I found to be a very, very heavy hitting perfume that just lasts all day, like 12 plus hours, I noticed. I mean, I remember I wore this to test this out and I could still smell it the next day when I woke up. And this is by ELIE SAAB. Okay, so side note, I've had people tell me it's ELIE SAAB, ELIE SAAB, ELIE SAAB, and I still don't know how to pronounce this. I have heard so many different interpretations of this. I actually even looked it up. I was like looking it up and I was trying to do research on it, on how to pronounce this, because everybody seems to have a different opinion. And I was watching like interviews and, you know, when people's names are called in like certain events, and it seems like this is pronounced in a different way every single time. I've heard ELIE, I've heard ELIE. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done worrying about it, okay? It's ELIE to me, okay? It's ELIE. No, really though, if you know for a fact how to pronounce this, please tell me in the comment section so I can finally get it right. But for now, I'm just going to stick with ELIE. But this is Girl of Now Forever. This actually, I wasn't expecting this to be a heavy hitter perfume. It's really kind of a summertime fragrance to me. This is raspberry and lemon in the opening, which by the way scared the crap out of me because I didn't know how I was going to feel about that. But it's actually really beautiful. It smells like a lemon tart dessert with like raspberry drizzle on the top. Beautiful. But it's also got like patchouli and rose and vanilla. And this just is eternal on me, on my skin and on my clothes, especially on my clothes. It lasts all day, and I went to bed with it on and I woke up and I could still smell it on me. So I really love this perfume. I traded with someone for this. This was a blind trade, and I am super glad I did because I love it and I think it's just delicious. So if you like gourmandish types of scents, I think you'd really like this. This also does have that almond note in there. It's not as prominent as the original Girl of Now, but you can still smell it in here for sure. I love this. I think it's so, so good. It's so sweet. It's so fruity and yummy. And yeah, for me, this is a heavy hitter perfume. All right, my next heavy hitting perfume is by Lancome. This is the La Nuit TRÉSOR, and I love this so much. First of all, I love the bottle. I think it's super, super cute, and this is such an amazing fragrance, and this is definitely a heavy hitter for sure. For me, the main note that I smell in the opening is strawberry. The strawberry note in this is just very prominent to my nose. There's also other fruity notes in here like pear and tangerine. There's also passion fruit. There's rose. There are a lot of notes in here. There's praline, caramel, lychee, vanilla. You also have patchouli, incense. There is a coffee note in here. And there's also licorice in here as well, which I love. I know you guys know that I love licorice and patchouli mixed together because it makes such a deep, dark, sexy base that to me just like matches perfectly with a sweet opening. If you have like a sweet opening and then you have a deep, dark, sexy base, that combination is just like my favorite thing in the world. I love it. I think it's just so addicting. You got that fruitiness, but then you've got coffee, patchouli, licorice, vanilla, and this is definitely a heavy hitting perfume. I feel like this is going to perform the best in colder weather months. I feel like fall and winter is when this baby really shines. If you like sweet, but sexy, dark type of fragrances. I think you'd really like this one. Okay, this next perfume is my most beast mode in my collection. I don't have any other perfumes that are quite as intense as this one. I've tried some samples of a few that match this, but I don't have full bottles of them. So the only other perfume that is this beast mode that I've tried so far is Atomic Rose by Initio Parfums, which I am planning on getting a full bottle of because I'm obsessed with that perfume. I just haven't done it yet. I haven't bit the bullet and gotten it yet because it's expensive. This one is by Perfumes de Marly. This is the DELINA exclusive, and this is a heavy hitting perfume. I wore this for Thanksgiving. I oversprayed it and I choked everybody out Thanksgiving Day. But just a couple of sprays is all you need for this perfume. This is eternal. Eternal. And everybody's going to be able to smell you. It has such a beautiful, ginormous sillage. At least on me it does. And lasts all day. I mean, this will last until you wash it off. It's not going anywhere. This will last. I think that this is such an amazing performing perfume. I think we've all heard about what this smells like at this point. It's rose, it's vanilla, it's creamy, it's powdery, it's gorgeous. This is what I would wear if I were getting married. It's my most beautiful perfume. Like, I feel so beautiful when I wear this perfume. I feel like I smell so incredibly good whenever I wear it. And yeah, I love this perfume. This is one of my top 10 for life for sure perfumes, and I cannot recommend it enough. I think it was worth every single penny I paid for it. Love the packaging, but yeah, this is a strong, heavy hitting perfume for sure. All right, of course I had to talk about Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal. I love this one. I talk about this one so much. You guys know this is like my favorite sexy date night perfume. It's a honey bomb, but it's got so many notes in it. There's a lot more than just honey to me, and I really can make out all the notes in here. Well, not all of them. I can't make out all of the notes in here, but I can make out a lot of the notes. I can make out the blood orange in the opening. Definitely can smell the honey. That's very, very strong. But then the base in here, again, patchouli and licorice. Oh gosh, I love that combination. It is intoxicating. I love this perfume. I love it so, so much, but this is strong. It is strong. It is beast. It is loud. It is a heavy hitter for sure. I think that this is really going to perform well in like your colder weather months because it is so like projecting and it is so like loud. Everybody's going to smell you. This is going to enter the room before you do, for sure. I love that though. I just love it. I love this perfume. I love the way it smells. It makes me feel so sexy and seductive, and it lasts all day long. It's not coming off until you take it off. If you like heavy hitting, loud, honey patchouli perfumes, I think you would love this one, but this is not a safe blind buy. You got to test this baby first. Don't just buy this, okay? Some people really hate it. I've heard people talk about this perfume and some people hate it, so don't blind buy it. Definitely check it out, but I love it with all my heart. Top 10 for life perfume right here. Okay, this next one I just have a sample of, but I'm putting it in this video because I have already made the decision on buying it. I've actually asked for it for Christmas, and my husband has already, I saw the account, I know he bought it. So I know what I'm getting for Christmas. It is by MANCERA, and this is Velvet Vanilla. I love this so much. When I first tried it, I was like, wow, I really like this. But I wore it again, and I'm obsessed pretty much with this perfume. I'm thinking this is going to be a top 10. I think something might get bumped, and this might replace it because I love this so much. Now, the name of it is Velvet Vanilla, and there is a velvety vanilla feel to this perfume for sure. But really, to me, the number one most prominent note in here is tuberose. So this is a white floral, vanilla, tuberose, fruity, sweet, with a little tiny touch of citrus in here type of perfume. To me, basically what I'm getting is a ton of tuberose, and it dries down to that creamy, velvety vanilla, almost like a cupcake. So the opening smells like bubblegum. Just straight up, that's what it smells like. It smells like a sweet bubblegum. Actually, you know what it really reminds me of is when I was a kid, I used to eat this bubblegum that came in a tape. It was like a pink packaging. If I can find a picture of it, I'll put it up on the screen, but it was like a pink package and it was like bubblegum tape. And on the tape, there was that powder. It was like a powdery, bubblegummy scent. And that's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the powdery scent that's on the bubblegum tape that I ate when I was a kid. That does not sound good. I understand that. I understand I'm not really representing this perfume very well. I don't know why anybody would want to smell like that, but for some reason it just works. It's you take that like powdery bubblegum scent and you mix it with some creamy gourmandish type of cupcake vanilla, like frosting almost, and you mix it together to make this perfume. You guys, it's amazing. I love this. I think it's fantastic. If you like sweet tuberose scents, like a bubble gummy tuberose, you guys, I love tuberose. I am discovering that I love tuberose. It is like one of my top favorite scents in a perfume. Every time I smell a perfume that has tuberose in it, like the bubble gummy type of tuberose, I just seem to just fall head over heels in love with it. So if you have any suggestions for me on other tuberose scents that I should try, please let me know in the comment section. I would love to check them out. But yeah, this one is definitely beast mode for sure. It lasts all day, excellent performance, very good sillage, and I am obsessed and I cannot wait to get my full bottle for Christmas. And speaking of tuberose perfumes, this is by Givenchy and this is the L'Interdit. This is a beast mode on me, eternal. This one projects on me like a beast. I mean, this is like a mofo on me and I love it. I love the way this smells. This was an instant love. Love it first sniff. It's that tuberose in here, you guys. It's that yummy, bubblegummy tuberose. I just love it. This one also has pear and bergamot, tuberose, and orange blossom. You can really smell the orange blossom in here too. It's not just tuberose. There's jasmine, patchouli, vanilla, and there's also ambroxan in here. And I feel like this does smell similar to Giorgio Armani My Way, but this is like the older, sexier sister. The Giorgio Armani My Way is like your sweet, innocent girl next door, but this one's just a little bit like heavier, maybe a little bit darker. So this one lasts all day long, very good sillage, beast mode on me for sure. This is such a classy, elegant, beautiful, feminine scent. If you love tuberose like I do, I think you'd really, really like this one. All right, this next one is by Swiss Arabian. This is Casablanca. This is a beast of a perfume. I think I told you guys before I tried to wear this to bed one night and I found out quickly that was a huge mistake. It was way too strong to wear to bed. I wanted something comforting and cozy and gourmand, and I put this on after a shower. I tried to go to sleep and I couldn't go to sleep. And every time I would like drift off a little bit, I would get woke up again because I would smell this so strongly. It just kept waking me up and I was like, oh man, that was a mistake. But this is beautiful. I love this for this time of year. Fall especially. Fall is like when this shines for me because I've told you guys before, this smells like caramel apples to me. I think it's just beautiful. There's apples and grapes in the opening. You've got patchouli, and then there's a heavy dose of caramel in here. I love this perfume so much. I think this is such a sweet, delicious fall caramel apple with some patchouli, and then you've got amber, you've got some musk in here, and then you do have a little bit of a suede note in here, which is a very smooth suede. I can make it out in here, I can tell that it's in here, but it's just very smooth, and normally I'm not into like suede and leather notes, but I think it really does work in this fragrance, and I love it to death. Definitely beast mode. Everybody will be able to smell you, and this lasts for an eternity. Another perfume that has suede in it, but I really truly love this perfume, and I've told you guys I've been kind of on the hunt for a Tom Ford perfume that I love. The only Tom Ford perfume before this one that I tried that I loved was Lost Cherry, but I never wanted to buy a full bottle of it because it had terrible, terrible performance on me. But this one is Tom Ford Velvet Orchid. I only have a decant of it. It's from my subscription service to Royalty Scents, but I really, really like this one, especially in the wintertime. I think this is a beautiful, classy, sophisticated, elegant type of formal smell for the winter. Like if I were going to a very fancy or formal kind of a black tie event type of situation in the cold weather, I feel like this would just shine. This would be absolutely perfect for that type of occasion. There's rum and honey and mandarin orange in the opening, which is just beautiful. And I'm a little nervous whenever I hear about boozy notes, rum or any type of boozy notes. That's really can go either way for me. I've had some perfumes that I was like, nope, that's not going to work for me. It's too boozy. And then sometimes it just really, really works. And it's just so hit and miss for me. There's some orchid notes in here. There's some rose oil, jasmine, orange blossom, and then you have myrrh and suede in the base. Sandalwood as well. It's just a beautiful scent. I do plan on getting a full bottle of this once I run through this decant. You know, honestly, this was not on my radar. The only reason why I decided to try it is because I had a patient come into my operatory and she smelled fantastic. And I kept smelling and I was like, okay, I have to ask. And so finally I was like, okay, what are you wearing? Because you smell amazing. It was just such a beautiful scent. And she told me it was Tom Ford's Velvet Orchid. And so I made a mental note and I'm like, I'm trying that because I really, really love it. The projection is just definitely past an arm's reach away and will last all day on your hair, skin, clothes, all of that. So very great performing perfume and I absolutely love it and I plan on getting a full bottle as soon as I run out of this one. All right, these next two perfumes, we all know about them, but these are definitely beast mode. The original Coco Mademoiselle and then you have Coco Mademoiselle Intense. These are both very long lasting, amazing performing perfumes on me. Both of them. I was kind of surprised. I thought for sure that the Intense version would be a better performer because it's got more patchouli, it's got more vanilla, it's a little bit more, well, it's the Intense version. So I just thought this would perform better, but I mean, it is beast mode. It's a beast mode, but I don't think it's any more beast mode than the original is because the original is just as beast mode in my opinion. At least on me it is. This lasts forever and it has the most beautiful sillage ever. There is such a gorgeous scent bubble around you all day long. I mean, talk about getting those wafts of scent throughout the day where you can just smell like this, your perfume, you know, coming off of your skin. It's heavenly. It's heavenly. It's a magical experience. I have told you guys I prefer the Intense version a little bit more than the original. And I still think that that's true, but honestly, I think it just depends on the season. I think it's just because it's colder outside now. The Intense version really appeals to me because this shines in the winter. But I feel like in the spring and summer, I feel like this one is going to shine. The original, it's a little bit more citrusy. It doesn't have quite as much patchouli. It's not quite as deep and dark as the Intense version is. I love both of them. I think they're amazing. Highly recommend them. If you love Chanel perfumes, I can't imagine you wouldn't like these. I mean, they're just so classy, sophisticated, elegant, timeless masterpieces, beast mode perfumes for sure. All right, the last perfume I have to talk about today is by Viktor Rolf, and this is FLOWERBOMB Nectar. One of my favorite perfumes to wear, especially right now in the winter time. I love this perfume so much. I think it's so good. It's so funny too because my journey with FLOWERBOMB has been all over the place. When I first tried that perfume, I was like, no, I don't think I really like that, and I kind of dismissed it. And then as time went on, my tastes have been really changing, you guys. They've been evolving. I've been trying so many different perfumes. My appreciation for things has kind of opened and expanded a little bit more. My tastes are just changing. I'm just changing. My palette's changing when it comes to perfumes, and I think that's normal and to be expected. I went back, I revisited FLOWERBOMB, I tried a sample of it, and I was like, I actually really like this. This is really beautiful. But then I thought, you know, I don't know that I love it enough to get a full bottle. I kind of put it aside. Recently, I went back to it. I sprayed it on. I tried it. I wore it all day and I was like, this is amazing. What am I thinking? Like, I love the original FLOWERBOMB. Like, what am I actually thinking? So I'm probably going to end up getting a full bottle of the original FLOWERBOMB now because apparently I really love it now. So yeah, I don't know. But the Nectar one, I love this one too so much. I actually think I still prefer prefer the Nectar over the original because it has a gunpowder note in the opening, and I was so fascinated by that when I first heard about it. I had to check it out. So I went to my local Sephora, I sprayed it on my wrist, and I could not stop smelling myself. I kept going back and I'm like, there is literally gunpowder in the opening of this perfume. Like, how cool is that? I love it. I think it makes it so unique and so fun. This is very, very sweet. So you have to like strong, sweet perfumes in order to like this, which I do. So there's gunpowder, there's cassis, bergamot, orange blossom, jasmine, vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, and then of course, there's patchouli in here. Sweet with a dark base and some gunpowder in the opening. How do you say no to that? Like, really? I love it. I think it's so unique. I think it's so fun. I think it's so yummy. I think it's just beautiful for cold weather months, and this is definitely beast mode. I mean, this is a loud perfume. This projects on me throughout the house. I will spray this and my husband can smell it from downstairs. You have to be prepared and ready and dedicated for this perfume when you wear it. It's not quite top 10 for life, but man, is it up there. It's up there pretty close, and it is a strong love. It is a strong perfume. It is one of the most fun perfumes in my collection, and if you like that type of thing, then I think you'd like it. But this isn't a safe blind buy, so please check it out before you buy it. Some people are not gonna like that gunpowder note in the opening. It's not for everybody, so please try before you buy, but it is eternal on me and I love it. All right, guys, so those are the perfumes that I have in my collection that are my heavy hitting, long-lasting beast mode perfumes. I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know. I know there are a million perfumes out there that are beast mode, so many out there. I'm sure as I continue on with my perfume journey, I will discover more. I would love to have some suggestions from you guys. Please let me know in the comment section what heavy hitting beast mode perfumes you love and that you would recommend for me. You guys have the best suggestions. I love it when you guys give me suggestions, so keep them coming. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!